What's up, everyone? How is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. You guys have heard of the State of the Union, right? The United States has the State of the Union. They give you an update on how things are going on for the past year. Guys, I'm going to give you the State of the Union from the area I live here, Angeles City, specifically everybody's favorite tourist spot, Walking Street. I'm going to share with you guys just stories that you guys, the subscribers that have come here and have shared with me over the past year. Also, stories from the local Filipinos and their thoughts and what they see and what they observe. But before I begin, listen carefully. Listen carefully. I have no issue, no problem with anybody from any other country around this world. From Canadians to Americans to Germans to Australians to Switzerland people to Korean people to Vietnamese people to Cambodian people to Indian people. You know what I'm saying? I have no issue with any other country and the people that come from those countries. So, I want to put that out there right off the bat. But yeah, let's get into this a little bit. You know, I speak to subscribers that have come here. I think when everything was lifted, you had a mass flood of people coming back into the Philippines. People that may have left the country, got stranded in their country, couldn't get into the country. Guys that have left that were even married, separated from the girlfriends, from their family. I think right off the bat, you had a flood of people coming in. And then slowly other people started coming in, tourism, different things like that. Bottom line here with tourism, it's all about money. This area here, let's face it, the tourism is here for the girls. All right, sort of like if you want to scuba dive. You go to areas where you scuba dive. If you want to island hop, you go there. It's all about money. How can I get money? How can I get people to spend money? I made a statement probably a year or so ago, and I said, hey, when the restrictions are lifted, I can guarantee you prices are going to go up. And I had people, they never go up. No one will ever come there if prices go up. Nobody will go. Well, they're coming. They are coming. And they're spending the money. But this is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing this from guys, and I'm talking guys that this is their thing. They love to come here. They love to be with the women. That's what they do. What do they call them? Whoremongers. Whoremongers, all right? I'm talking to guys that jump between Philippines and Thailand. Thailand, Philippines, back and forth, back and forth. And what I'm hearing from a lot of these guys that do that, I'm not talking about the guy that's coming here and retiring, talking about the guy that comes here for a couple weeks and goes to Thailand for, they're saying they're done with the Philippines when it comes to hanging out in the bars, drinking in the bars and bar finding the girls. They're done. And I asked them, why? Why are you done? And they said, things are going up. Things are going up. You get more bang for your buck in Thailand. They say the clubs there, I've never been there. I can only go off of what people tell me and only go off of what I kind of see on YouTube. But your clubs are a lot nicer. There's so many more clubs. You have clubs you can walk into and just sit down and have a drink or two and listen to bands. They tell me, you walk down the street, you don't have to worry about tripping and falling on a pothole or falling off the curb. Food-wise, so much more to choose from in Thailand than in the Philippines. And the prices of the girls, from what they're telling me, cheaper in Thailand. Not only that, but Thailand legalized that green stuff. So that's drawing more people there. I'm like, okay. I don't know. That's not my thing. Me jumping around the bars is not my thing. I only hear stories and people telling me that. Not only that, guys, and like I said, I have no problem or issue with any other nationality in this world. But guys, the Koreans are taking the Walking Street area over. They're taking it over because it's all about money. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock is when your clubs start opening. The ones that are open right now, Sky Bar, Star Bar, Bad Boys, 123, Baccarat, I think Baccarat. The ones that are open now, they're all Korean based. They are all Korean based. And it's all about money. And they're open during the day, they're open at night. They're Koreans, come Thursday, you will see an influx of Koreans coming in, and you see them day and night. Why? Here's what I was told, and I was told this by a Korean subscriber. He said, the money you spend here, 2 or 3 nights, between hotel, between eating, between drinking, between, say, going up on Clark and golfing and maybe casino, and of course, entertainment on Walking Street. He goes, the amount of money you spend here in 3 days is what you would spend in 1 day. 1 day in Korea. It's what, 2.5, 3 hour flight here. He said it's easier for them to come here and have a good time. And they spend the money. Not only that, bar fines. You've heard bar fines, right? I'm not going to go into what a bar fine is. Google search it and you'll see. Bar fine is you're releasing the girl from the I got to watch how I say this because you're releasing the girl from the establishment she is working at. And it might cost you 3,500 pesos, right? I was told that some of these Korean clubs, they are charging 5,000, 6.5 thousand pesos to release these girls from the club. Now, these girls that they're releasing at that price are a lot of the spotlight dancers, the girls that are top of the line. Not only that, I was told that the girls now are demanding 3,000 to 4,000 pesos for a tip. A tip. Prices are going up. Those guys that are traveling for that type of entertainment, they're leaving this area. Will you have people that will come here no matter what? Yes. You have the old timers, I guess you'd call them the old timers, that will come here. They'll spend the money. What I have noticed, you have those Korean clubs. Korean clubs, all the Koreans go there, night and day. Then you have the foreigner club. And here's a funny thing. And I've talked to Filipinos, and they call foreigners. What do they mean by foreigners? Americans, Canadians, Germans, Swiss, Australian, the UK. They call us foreigners, but they call the Koreans, the Koreans. They don't refer to them as foreigners. And I kind of laugh and I think that's kind of funny. But then you do have clubs where the foreigners will go. Lollipops, Geckos, Carousel, Angel Witch, Champagne. There might be a couple others. That's where the foreigners mostly will go to. You do see, but rarely do see Koreans in those clubs. They just don't go in there. Then you have your straight Korean clubs. And then you have what I call a mix of everybody, like Club Excess. I've been in there. It's a mix of foreigners, Koreans, Japanese. I even seen India, right? They're like a mix of everyone. I think Avalon may be another one that's a mix of everyone. There are a few of those. But But yeah, it's like everybody congregates to certain clubs here. I can't speak for all the locals here. I have a handful of friends. They occasionally do go out. They do have a good time. And they might not even be out to pick up girls. They just like going out, sitting down, enjoying music, and go from one club to another club to another club. Then you have ones that do have money. They'll spend the money and they don't care. They're built like that. They're the big ballers, right? Um, but I'm just going off of what I see. I can say every Thursday when I sit and eat breakfast, you can always tell that's when the Koreans are coming in, landing, and they're having a good time. Come Monday, Tuesday, you don't see many of them. And even now it's down season. I spoke to a couple of the not necessarily vendors, but owners, Filipino owners on Walking Street, and they said things are down, things are slow. It is a slow season. However, there is still an influx of the Koreans coming in. But yeah, that's what you guys, the subscribers that I ran into, have been telling me, and I hear a little bit from some of the guys that do live here. Another thing, somebody told me, they said, some of these Korean clubs, they don't even want you in there. Foreigners. Buddy was telling me, he goes, him and a friend of his decided, hey, let's go out during the day, in the morning. The only thing open are the Korean clubs. He said he walked in, girls wouldn't even get up and acknowledge him. Wouldn't even get up. They sat on their phone, doing their thing on it. Wouldn't even get up and acknowledge them. So he stood there and he said, next thing you know, a couple of Koreans came in. They jumped right up, stood to attention. That's the way it is. So today when I was out, I said, let me test this theory. So I went down the end behind Paradise Garden. I think it's Paradise Garden. There's a couple Korean clubs there, Penguin Club and another club. So I walked up and I asked the door guy right off the bat, I said, are these Korean-owned bars? He said, yeah, it's okay. He goes, come on in. I'm like, no, I'm good. Went next door to the Penguin Club, right? They have these curtains that hang in front of the clubs, right? They're just, it seems like all the clubs, these curtains are just filthy, dirty from people putting their hands on it over the years. And anyways, I opened it up and I looked in. One girl was dancing. The other 5 or 6 were sitting on the couch, diddling away on their phone, right? The girl comes up to me. She goes, sir, come on in, have a seat, have a drink. I said, no, I said, I'm just looking inside. I want to see what it's like. This girl closed the curtains on me. Sir, the only way you can look is if you come inside and you have a drink. I just started laughing. You might say, well, Philly, yeah, you open up the curtain, go on in and spend the money. No, because that's what people do. They go from club to club. They'll open up the curtain, look inside, see if it's full, see what the status of the club is like. So no, it wasn't because I didn't want to go in and purchase anything, right? So I'm like, all right. So I stood back a little bit. I'm looking. A couple Korean fellows walk up. They go, come on in. They open up the curtain. Have a look. The Korean fellow stood there, looked around, talked a little bit. They turned around and walked away. So I did prove that theory that do they want you in there or don't they want you in there? Like I said, I have no issue. It is the way it is. It is all about money. It's all about money. Ladies' drinks, I were told, what, $250, $350 for a ladies' drink, depending on what club you go into. They could even be more. So yeah, like I said, the subscribers that have been coming here and back and forth to Thailand, they're telling me I'm done. And I'm hearing it from other people too. Like, I'm just done here. I'm done in this area. And you talk to guys that live here, enjoy living here. They say they go over to Thailand for a couple weeks or whatever. They have a better time in Thailand, in Pattaya, what's the other one? The different club areas and club scenery. They said they have a better time over there, a better time. It's just the way it is. That's what I'm noticing. And people might think I'm crazy when I even make this statement. Um, I can see, and people thought I was crazy when I said, "Oh, the prices are going to go up," but I can see it. Within 2 years from now, I can see it. It's going to be 90% owned. The clubs on Walking Street are going to be owned by the Koreans. If they come in there with big, big money and they go up to some of these clubs and they say, "Hey, we're going to give you X amount of money," I can seriously see a club owner that, I don't want to deal with this headache no more, the girls no more, I'm not really making the money like I used to. I can see them saying, "No problem," and rolling and taking that money. So in 2 years from now, I could see it happening. Will they keep some clubs for the foreigners, as we're called, right? I think they will. I think they will. But they will take those 8, 9, and 10 girls. What I mean, 8, 9, and 10 on a scale of 0 to 10, the 8s, the 9s, and the 10s. And I think they will pull them out of those clubs that the foreigners always went into, and they will put them over in the Korean bars. So now the foreigners coming in, they're going to get a 0 to 7, right? I can see it happening. I really can. Money talks. Money talks. We all know that. Before I wrap this one up, another thing, hey guys, I'm just telling you what the Filipino people tell me in that area, those that work in that area, those that do business in that area, they particularly don't care for the Koreans. They don't. I'm not saying that. Remember, they're saying it. And then I ask them why. Well, why? They said they're rude. They're just rude and ignorant. And they think they're better than us. I'm like, wait, I'm coming into your country and I think I'm better than you? It's your country. That's what I'm hearing. Even from some of the girls. And you might say, well, Philly, the girls are working in these clubs. It's money. It's money. Money talks. I said it. So anyways, that's what I'm hearing. Remember, don't jump up and yell at me and say, Philly, you hate Koreans. I don't say that at all. I have no problems with anybody from any country. You don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. Simple as that. I have Koreans that are subscribers. I have, who did I run into? People from Taiwan. I ran into a fellow from Taiwan who's a subscriber. So it's not me saying this. So anyways, let me know what you hear. Like I said, guys will continue to come here. The golden days, the good old days, the days of having fun and just partying, I think in this area with tourism is over. We're coming to a slowdown. They want you to spend money. I'm going to leave you with another story, and I thought this was funny. I know a guy, foreigner, went into one of the clubs here, sat down. Girl came up to him and said, "Sir, can I get you a drink?" He said, "No." He goes, I want a service water. They're like, we don't give service water. You could buy a bottle of water, which might cost you 120 pesos. Anyways, no, I just want service water. I got pills. I got medication I need to take. Okay. Girl went and gave him some service water, right? I guess he took his pill or whatever, and then he sat there. He wouldn't leave. This guy was so cheap, he wouldn't even buy a drink in one of these clubs, right? I guess after a while, the girl just flat out told him, get out. Like, get out. There are some cheap Charlies here. Like, they want to go sit in a club, order service water, right? And just sit and watch the entertainment. Oh, one more thing, guys. One more thing. It's even getting so bad that I was told that some of these bouncers and door guys are asking and demanding tips from the customers leaving. Man, desperate. Some people are getting desperate. So anyways, there is my thought on the state of the walking street in this area. Remember, this is what I heard. This is what I heard. I'm not a guy to jump in and club hop and bar hop. Just not my thing, never been my thing. So, all right, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've been here, been to Thailand, what your thoughts are, and we'll talk to you later.